right there, Rochester.
It came from Rochester?
Helicopter.
No, you're looking at the wrong one.
It's not on. Do they announce? They announce the game?
So hello everybody and welcome to today's broadcast between Hornell and York. I'm Bob Peischer, broadcasting from the Simmons & Rockwell broadcast booth here.
Welcome to Maple City Park for today's game between the Hornell Lady Raiders and the York Golden Knights. The starting lineup for York: number 1, Lily Donnan. Number 3, Elena Engler. Number 8, Anna Lynam. Number 20, Meredith Holland. Number 24, Becca Lee. Number 5, Claire Cuccinata. Number 6, Ariana Rosso. Number 11, Sammy Bianacchi. Number 3, Riley Clozo. And number 14, Cece Biondo. And now the lineup for Hornell. York is coached by Kara Stewart.
Doesn't make sense.
The lineup for Hornell: number 11, Madison Connor. Number 10, Sophia Harwood. Number 4, Katie McGregor. And the starting lineup: number 8, Parker Graham. Number 12, Ireland Harrison. Number 7, Jordan Dyring. Number 13, Reagan Evingham. Number 3, Lillian Hoyt. Number 23, Hayden Strowman. Number 9, Abby O'Donoghue. Number 2, Madison Budenauer. Number 1, Lila Dyring. And number 5, Izzy Barnes. The Hornell Lady Raiders are coached by Jen Bowie and Amber Kossow. Please rise, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
So again, welcome everybody to today's Section 5 matchup between Hornell and York. Hornell comes in at a 7-8 record, York 5-8. Hornell coming off a big win yesterday in Dansville with Cadence Golnitz hitting a grand slam for the Red Raiders, for the Lady Raiders, that is. Hornell boys also won 5-0. You see on the mound for Hornell is Lillian Hoyt.
Leading off for York, center fielder, number
Testing
1,
2.
Lily Donnan.
Now you can hear me. So leading off, so I want to welcome everybody. I wonder if there was a little discrepancy in how I can't hear myself. So again, Leroy comes in with a 5-8 record. Hornell 7-8. Hornell with a dramatic leadoff, or York. I'm sorry, I kept saying we were at Dansville yesterday, and Hornell ended up beating them with the grand slam by Cadence Golnitz. So I'll get these names. This game wasn't scheduled today, so I'm kind of trying to get back into the groove. So the York Lady Knights, I love their colors. Leading off, Lily Donnan. In there for ball one. Donnan, an 11th grader, which makes her a junior. There's a strike. 1-1. Ooh, and did flinch a little to get out of the way. That was one of the things we had the discussion, whether if you attempt to get out of the way or not, if you're awarded a base. But that obviously she did try to turn away, but it came in so quick she didn't know how to get out of the way. So hit by pitch by Donlin. For Donlin, she gets on, so run around with nobody out. Looking at the standings today, we only have the B1 standings. Unfortunately, Hornell in 5th place, dropped one position down. We'll go back and take a look at that. You can see Batavia out of reach, obviously, for first of the 12-4 record. Waterloo, Midlakes, Palmac, and then Hornell. Count 2-2. This is Elena Englert. And a steal on the pitch, getting away from Harrison. So that's a walk.
Up to bat, catcher, number 8, Anna Linus.
This is Anna Linus. One and one. Donnan on second base. That one's foul. Engler on first. Elena Englert's father is the athletic director at Avon High School. Always helps me out a ton. Andy. He might be here, actually. I'm assuming he would be here. Nice snag. Oh, and almost try for the double play. Beautiful job that time by Dyrane. We'll take a look at the replay. So a line drive out to short by Linus. Meredith Holland up. Holland, an 11th grader. And a walk. Bases are loaded now with one out.
Up to bat, DP number 24, Becca Lee.
Harrison comes out talking to Hoyt. Rebecca Lee up now. It's the only problem is the umpire always just likes to stand. So I should come over that way further. I know. It's all right. I'm trying to train Rich Scavo here how to film softball. Even I'm not very good at it, but if those listening wonder who I was talking to. What if we're having problems with the stream here? Let me double check because sometimes my that looks good. Sometimes my stream, when I'm watching it here, I can see the results of the frames per second and the kilobytes and stuff, and then everything went haywire for a second there. Here's strike three. So Lee goes down with strike. Claire Kuklinada. Bases loaded. Strike three. So gets out of the inning. So we go to the bottom of the second, or bottom of the first, sorry. It's too early in the Saturday morning here to be good at this. Today's game brought to you by Strobel Supply, 40 Shawmut Industrial Park in Hornell, 607-324-1721. Distribution, liquid paint application, and Presidium floor coating. They're a 3M dealer and a DuPont dealer as well. Looking for a job, they're now hiring. Strobel Supply. St. James Hospital's Dr. Ali Mansour, sports medicine physician. He's an orthopedic surgeon, offering all types of orthopedic solutions. 607-385-3740. Dr. Ali Mansour, First Heritage Federal Credit Union. Open an Apex checking account, a checking account that pays you. That's right, earn cashback rewards, foreign ATM fees refunded. Do you Apex? I do. First Heritage Federal Credit Union. And by the Dagan Funeral Home, 38 Church Street in Hornell. Cremation services only $16.95 plus their crematory fee. Thanks, Jim Dagan, Laura Pico. The Dagan Funeral Home, the lowest cremation, like I said, services in the area. Today's game brought to you by Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys, offices in Buffalo, Rochester, and New York City. Call 585-262-COMP for Connors and Ferris. Connors and Ferris, proud supporters of the Bills, the Sabres, and your Hornell Lady Raiders. The Ryan Agencies, Hornell, Jasper, and Wellsville. 3 gate locations to serve you better. Jeff Ryan, insurance protection you can rely on, home, auto, business, and more. Give them a call or log on to their website. The Ryan Agency, Simmons and Rockwell Ford, Simmons and Rockwell Nissan, right across the street from each other. 3 great locations to serve you better. At Simmons and Rockwell Ford, Simmons and Rockwell Nissan. Make car buying simple when you drive your deal over at those 2 great locations. MysticMedia.com, your small business digital success partner, web development, search optimization, blog content, and so much more. Log on to MysticMedia.com. Mystic Media. So Parker Graham to lead things off here, bottom of the first. Graham takes a strike. Parker, only a 9th grader. On the mound is number 20, Meredith Holland, the junior. A lot of these names do sound familiar if you watch. Hornell does play these teams in soccer and basketball and other sports as well. Oh, and 2 to Graham. Graham lifts it. And it falls in. Graham stops. And now she's going to take off. I'm surprised Parker just didn't keep running, but I guess it would have been too much of a chance. Let's take a look at the replay here. That ball was up there for a long, long time. Because you got to figure, yeah, I'm surprised Graham didn't keep running. Or the coach might have told her to stop, but. So that was a error. Yep, an error. This one's foul. So that would be an. I don't know if that's an error. That kind of fell into. I would almost put it just a hit that fell in, because that's a tough play. That's a you don't expect her to just make a routine play like that, and that would, if it was an error, it would have been an E7. So 1 out. This is Dyring, or I'm sorry, this is Madison Rudenauer up. Or wait, who's up? I'm confused here. No, number 7. Okay, I thought it was number 2. My fault. That is Jordan Dyring. 0-2 to Dyring. From Holland. Nice catch, and you can see Parker Graham staying put. We'll take a look at that replay. Nice catch in the outfield. That was number 1, Donnan. And there's an out. Apologize. The instant replay took a little bit too long. So, score remains 0-0. We go to the top of the second after this.
Costs are rising, and the Ryan agencies are taking action. We trim the cost of your insurance with cutting-edge ideas. Want money back in your pocket? A quick call can result in savings without sacrificing coverage. The Ryan Agencies, your local insurance inflation fighters.
Insurance protection you can rely on. The Ryan Agency.
When it comes to workers' comp, things can change quickly.
The only way to make sure your rights are protected is to have a trusted, committed attorney on your side.
An attorney who has devoted their career to helping injured workers.
Someone to fight for the money and medical benefits you deserve.
The only person on your side
is the attorney at your side.
Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys.
Traditional checking accounts are old news. So what are you waiting for? Reach new heights with Apex Rewards checking from First Heritage Federal Credit Union. Apex gives you the option to choose between cash back or high interest with a free checking account that pays you. Plus, ATM fees get refunded. Choose your rewards at fhfcu.org and get one step closer to achieving your financial goals.
Okay, welcome back. Rich Scavo here filling in for Bob Peischer while he goes and runs another event. Batting for York, number 6, Ariana Roselle. Batter has 0 balls, 2 strikes on her. Lillian Hoyt pitching. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a line drive right past second base.
Up to bat, right fielder, number 11, Sammy Bianchi.
Batting now, number 11, Sammy Bianchi. And there's a blooper right into left field. Runners on first and second.
Up to bat, playing first base, number 22, Riley Closum.
Strike 1. Strike 2. Now batting for York, Riley Kuzo. There's a ball. Ariana Roselle stole third. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter. So line drive out to right field. Squeezed out a double on it. York scores 1 run. Swinging strike. Runners on second and third. One ball, 1 strike on the batter. Two balls, 1 strike. 3-1 on the leadoff batter, Lily Donnan, and she walks. We have bases loaded. There's a ground to third, and Ireland Harrison bobbles the ball, but she was able to get it in time. The umpire called an out. So we still have loaded bases with 1 out. And Hoyt throws a strike. Batting for York, Anna Linus. Almost the same play as before. Grounded to third. Reagan Evingham throws out the runner at home. 2 outs. Loaded bases once again. There's a grounder. 1 run scores. The play at home. And she is safe. 2 runs score. So the score for York, 3, Hornell Lady Raiders, 0. This is the top of the second. Swinging strike. One ball, 1 strike on Rebecca Lee for York. Runners on second and third. 2 outs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And she goes down swinging. So after 1.5, York 3, Lady Raiders 0. Leading off for Hornell is the pitcher, number 3, Lillian Hoyt.
Up to bat for Hornell, number 3, Lillian Hoyt.
And Lillian Hoyt swings at the first one, strike 1. And she grounded to second, and out at first. Foul ball. Cadence Golnitz. One ball, 2 strikes. And she goes down, she goes down swinging. Now batting for Hornell, Abby O'Donoghue, number 9. Went to bunt. Didn't pull the bat back. Got a strike. Oh and 2 on the batter. And right down the middle for a strike looking. So after 2 innings, York 3, Hornell Lady Raiders 0. Leading off at the top of the 3rd for York, Claire Cuccinata, number 5. Ball 1. ball. 1-1 on the batter. Two balls, one strike. There's a strike looking. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And a strike swinging. 1 out. There's a pop fly to the catcher and caught by Ireland Harrison. 2 outs. Oh, great grab by Reagan Evingham at third. Right down the line. Right down the line. Reagan Evingham grabbed it, threw her out at first. 3 outs. And I apologize about some of the camera angles. Peisch has been doing this for, oh my goodness, as long as I could remember. I started filling in and helping him out as a second camera on the field, track meets, football games, soccer games. So trying to do 10 things at once. Bobby Peischer certainly is an amazing person. He had to sneak down and go film the opening ceremonies for Hornell Little League. But he will be back to relieve me. Still pitching for York, number 20, Meredith Holland. Batting for Hornell, Madison Rudnauer. Ball 1. Swinging strike. 1-1 on the batter. And a pop fly to the third baseman in foul territory for the out. Batting for Hornell, number 1, Lila Dyring. There's a swing, 0-2 on Lila Dyring. And there's a grounded a third. And they throw her out at first.
Up to bat, number 8, Parker Graham.
We're back to the top of the batting order for Hornell. Number 8, Parker Graham. One and one on Parker Graham. Oh, right past the second baseman. And Parker Graham gets a single.
Up to bat, number 7, Jordan Dyring. Number 12, Ireland Harrison.
Now batting for Hornell, number 12, the catcher, Ireland Harrison. There are 2 outs. There's a strike right down the middle. Foul ball. 0-2 on Ireland Harrison. Hornell has a runner on first. Pops it behind her, foul. Count is 1-2 on the batter. Two and two on Ireland Harrison. Full count on Ireland Harrison. And swinging strike right down the middle. So after 3, York 3, Hornell 0. Leading off for York, top of the fourth, number 22, Riley Cuso. Swing and foul. Oh, and 2 on the batter. And there's a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That runner was out at first. It was a close call. Now batting the leadoff batter, Lily Donnan. Oh, and 2 on the batter. And she's down on swinging strike. Now up to bat, Elena Englert. And she fouls one back. And she is called out. Ball got by the pitcher, picked up by the shortstop, and thrown out at first. As we head into the bottom of the fourth inning, score is still York 3, Hornell Lady Raiders 0. Jordan Dyring to lead off, number 7, and Reagan Evingham on deck. There's a base hit out to center field. And Hornell has a leadoff batter on first. Now batting, number 13, Reagan Evingham. And there's a pop fly behind the announcer's stand. Foul ball. Oh, the ball drops. We have runners on first and second. Now batting for Hornell, the pitcher, number 3, Lillian Hoyt. And a fly out to shortstop. Cadence Golnitz batting. 1 out. 0-1 on the batters. On the batter, runners at first and second. And 2 on the batter. And she strikes out. So it's 2 outs, runners on first and second. Abby O'Donoghue up to bat for Hornell. She takes a strike. One and one on the batter. One ball, 2 strikes as Abby O'Donoghue swings and misses. And strike 3. After 4, the score. York 3, Hornell Lady Raiders 0. Strike call. Foul strike. The batter is Anna Linus, number 8. I'm going to leave the camera zoomed out a little. Batting for York, number 20, Meredith Holland, the pitcher. And there's a home run by Meredith Holland. Brings in 2 runs, making the score 5-0. Batting for York, number 24, Rebecca Lee. One and one on the batter. One ball, 2 strikes. Two and two. And a swinging strike for strike 3. And there's a bunt. And she's called out at first. Number 5, Claire Cuccinata. Two down in the top of the 5th. Swinging strike for number 6, Ariana Rosell. Rosell. And she grounded down the 3rd And Reagan Evingham throws her out at first. And Bobby Peischer is back in the house here. I'll turn it back over to the professional.
So welcome back for me. Thanks, Rich. I was watching from afar. So top of the fifth or bottom of the fifth we go. You say everything's updated. Okay, good job. Yeah, you're learning.
Shop, finance, and buy your next car all online. With a new shopping experience at your fingertips, make car buying simple when you drive your deal at Simmons Rockwell Nissan in Horseheads and Hornell.
Hi, I'm Laura Dagan-Pico, and along with my father, Jim Dagan, operate the Dagan Funeral Home here in Hornell.
The Dagan Funeral Home is a large, spacious, handicap-accessible facility with a seating capacity of 150 people, along with a separate family room for entertaining children. We also offer DVD memorial tributes, which continually show photographs and movies of your loved one's life on 2 beautiful flat-screen TVs.
The Dagan Funeral Home, 5 generations of the Dagan family serving your family.
So welcome back. So after that performance, Rich is being relegated back to the secondary camera. And I tell anybody that does cameras, know the most important part is the visuals first and foremost. They don't care if I talk or know who's up the bat or anything, because most people can see what's going on. And I talk a little too much anyways, but this way. So this is Maddie Rudenauer. And Rich and I were talking. I've been doing this for this is my 34th year, finishing up my 34th year. And I'm still not very good at, trying to film, especially the sports I don't do on a regular basis. And plus, if you're filming like Hornell baseball, I'm filming from the stands, it's very easy because I've been doing it for so long, but then you have to do outfield when you go to different places, and obviously the action's in reverse, and so it makes it a little bit more difficult to follow the action. It's a 2-2 count to Rudenauer. It's 5-0 York. On my disappearance, I had to go film the Hornell Little League opening ceremony, which is very nice. All the players from all the different, from competitive, I didn't know they had it. I guess it's the first year they've had, there's Rudenauer strikes out, competitive T-ball. They didn't have that in the past, so they had T-ball, competitive T-ball, minors, majors all come out. The whole field was full of kids, which is awesome to see. So I'll be posting that on Pike Sports on the social media so you guys can watch the opening ceremonies either later today or tomorrow. Parker Graham up. Graham foul. So 5th inning, 5-0 York. To take you back real quick to look at the standings, Hornell 7 and 8. I didn't have time because this game was only decided to do this morning. I didn't have time to do the standings for York's class. I think they are C3 or D1. There's a base hit. And more! Graham rounding second. And stops at third. I'm sorry, that was Dyrene. Did I say Graham? See, I'm getting back into it. My fault. Jordan. Now Parker Graham's up. So I'll get this right here. Takes me a set. Yeah, even I make tons of mistakes after 34 years. Problem is I have the sun behind me and it's basically beating down on all my cameras and monitors and stuff that it's hard to see numbers and stuff, and I'm blind without them. Graham lifts one foul. Today's game brought to you by Reggie Gambino, your licensed real estate salesperson for Howard Hanna. Looking to buy or sell a property, it's Reggie Gambino, 607-382-3052. Reggie Gambino. And by Maple City Collision, the best auto body repair shop around the area is Maple City Collision. Tell them John Burt sent you, 607-324-1155. All makes and models and years. So was she safe at home? I didn't see.
Yes.
Okay. So they did score a run. I couldn't see. I was blocked off by everybody. You can see the replay here. It's hard to see it on this monitor because it's so dark, but. Ireland Harrison, the catcher. Ireland went 4 for 4 yesterday. The game at Dansville that Hornell blew out the Lady Mustangs. Harrison pokes one, and it gets through. And there's Harrison. Beautiful job, Ireland. That ball, you can see her slip in the outfield. Ball goes up against the net. Yep, because that ball, you can't consider that ball being caught. So really, that time, number 11, Samantha Bianchi, should have just held up and figured it was going to be a single and got behind it and played the bounce, but she went for it. So an inside the park home run, back-to-back inside the park home runs for Hornell, like we talked about earlier. And there's the out. Cadence Golnitz hit a grand slam. That wasn't inside the park, though. I'm not sure how they ruled that because there's no fence in Dansville, but it was a grand slam. So it wasn't back-to-back inside the park. They just called it a grand slam. So Hornell adds a couple more runs with 2 outs. That's inside with Evingham up. See, like after they swing, then I'll go down and write whatever that last person did. You know what I mean? I'm just saying that's from now on. You'll know when you have time, so you don't have to talk as much. Just come down and do it and just relax. Two and 0 to Evingham. This is a base hit. Hornell putting on a show here in the 5th. Take a look at the replay. Eventually. There it goes, a little bit behind. That's a strike, and Lillian Hoyt up to bat. 5-3 on the John and Dagan scoreboard. Again, bottom of the 5th here. Hornell has put 3 runs on the board here. That's high and outside. Effingham on first. This one lifted and third out. So we go to the 6th inning. We'll be back.
What if you could feel in control of your retirement in just a few clicks? At aceyourretirement.org, you can. Start with a free 3-minute chat with Avo, your friendly digital retirement coach. Just answer some simple questions like, how do you feel about your ability to save for retirement? Or in how many years do you want to retire? To get free action items customized just for you, get your retirement back on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Concerned about the cost of your insurance? The Ryan agencies sift through quotes from many companies to uncover your best insurance value. You'll be surprised at the savings we can find. Let's just talk. What's there to lose? The Ryan agencies, your local insurance inflation fighters.
Insurance protection you can rely on. The Ryan Agency.
Okay, welcome back. Hornell puts 3 runs on the board, bottom of the 5th. We move to the top of the 6th now. York still hanging on to that 5-3 lead. Today's game brought to you by Valley Apparel and Designs. They do custom apparel and signs, 281-8777, team, school, sports, work apparel, and so much more. Log on to Valley or call Valley Apparel today, 281-8777. Hess's Tree and Stump Removal, Bucket Truck Services, Chipping, Stump Grinding, Dependable Expert Service. Call Lenny Rose, 607-324-1326. It's Hess's Tree and Stump Removal. This is Samantha Bianchi, and Harrison is right there. Nice job by Ireland. Bianchi sent down. We'll take a look at the replay. Oops. And I missed the next play. Apologize. This replay is set up a little too long for me, so I'm going to reduce it. 13 seconds should be enough. So 2 outs. Yeah, I cannot control the replay. I can stop it, but I just didn't stop it in time enough because they pitch so quick in softball. This one lifted out of play, and someone almost gets nailed over there. Lindsay McCoy, the personal trainer, the athletic trainer here for Hornell. She's not I guess she could be a personal trainer. I guess she can. They stopped keeping balls and strikes over here. I'm not sure why. It is 2 outs, top of the 6th. And strike 3. Nice pitching by Hoyt. Go to the bottom of the 6th. Today's game brought to you by Apex Chiropractic, helping you achieve new heights in wellness. Dr. Joseph McKay, 44 Genesee Street in Hornell, 607-382-3751. Couldn't read it. The Sun. Thanks, Dr. Joseph McKay at Apex. Dr. Pat Pico, MD, 15 Loader Street in Wellsville, 585-596-4129, providing quality care to the residents of Steuben, Allegheny counties for over 25 years. Thanks, Dr. Pico. Gilio's Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, 382-0836. Chad Gilio, 24-hour-a-day emergency service, fully bonded and insured at Gilio's Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Thanks, Chad Gilio and his crew have done a great job for me, putting a new toilet and hot water tank for me. Came same day, which is beautiful for me. And accepting new patients now, Dr. John Wyand, Wyand Chiropractic. John Wyand and Rick Jakowski, back and neck pain, headaches, all your spine care needs at Wyand Chiropractic, 607-324-7246. Thanks everybody for joining me today. In 5-3, bottom of the sixth. I'm sorry. I have a sweatshirt on it. I didn't know it was going to be when I got up early this morning and took a walk at 6:30. It was cool out. And I forgot to even think about changing it because it was in the high 60s in my house. Golnitz, who had the grand slam yesterday, taking another home run cut at that one. That one's low. Meredith Holland, the 11th grader, pitching here for York. Lifted foul onto the roof. I was in second grade in this wing of the school, right there, this wing right there, when they built this gymnasium, the B Gym, 1976 or 7, somewhere around there, 1976, I believe. Golnitz goes tumbling down. So I bring that up about the gymnasium being that old, and this is the B Gym. It's set to be replaced in a couple years with a new, what'll be the main central gym for Hornell High School with a track around it, an indoor track and stuff for practicing and stuff, which all the schools are going to now. It's extremely important because the gym Hornell plays in now is just not up to snuff. You can't, the ceilings are too low for volleyball and even throwing, if you want to throw a full court pass in basketball, it's tough because the ceilings are low, and that's the gym that's on the other side of the school. So that'll turn into the V Gym, and then the new gym here will have better access for drop-off for people and students and stuff. It'd just be so much of a better setup than we have here now. Popped up. Nice play by Meredith. See, when I reset the instant replay, it just comes in a little bit better. I can actually get back to the next pitch and not miss it. So 2 outs here, bottom of the 6th. There's a strike. This is Maddie Rudenauer. Strike 2, 0-2. And strike 3. We'll be back.
New chapter in local health.
In doing the work you do, if you're hurt, we'll help you through.
Don't be fooled. Video hearings are as critical as appearing in person.
Make sure your rights are protected.
Your employer has trained specialists on their side.
And the judges work for New York State.
The only person on your side
is the attorney at your side.
Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys.
So welcome back. A tree planted many years ago in memory of Penny Bassage, who was a longtime supporter here of the softball program and was a heck of a player for Hornell High School back in the late 70s. Passed away of cancer. Her son, Mike Bassage, went on to play Division I baseball for Pitt, left-handed pitcher, which everybody loves. If they can get a good left-handed pitcher, he would throw fastballs in the low 90s. At his peak. Yep, and he coaches Hornell Modified Baseball. So this is top of the 7th. Mike Bassage, who did go on to, he has a twin brother, Joe, who ended up having a leg amputated, the bottom part of his leg amputated due to cancer when he was in 5th or 6th grade, I believe it was. 5th grade, yep. So another great kid. Adult now, these guys. I forget they got to be close to 40 years old now. Time flies. Here's a strikeout. This one popped up. Nice job, nice out. Abby O'Donohue. I thought the way Graham was coming running after that she was calling O'Donohue off, but no need to. O'Donohue, a very good right fielder. Popped up again. Graham underneath it. Oh, and Graham drops it. I thought Graham could have run a little bit harder on that. I think she was trying to figure out where the ball was coming, but She could have got under it and tried to scoop it. The worst thing you can do is try to basket catch, I think. Anyways, personally, I'm not a big fan of basket catches if you don't need to do it. But who am I? I've never played girls softball, so. Two and two, 2 outs. And there's strike 3. So last chance for Hornell. Go to the bottom of the 5th, 5-3. Today's game brought to you by Ed's Computer Sales and Service, 180 Main Street in Hornell. Laptops, new computers, desktops, network systems. Ed's can do it all. Ed's Computers. The Italian Villa, 196 Seneca Street. The best Italian cuisine around is at the Italian Villa. Stop in. The Argenteri family, over 60 years of experience of bringing you the best Italian cuisine around at the Italian Villa. John Dagan, attorney at law. Corners of Genesee and Church Street. Stop in and see John, 607-324-6690. For John and Dagan. Butler Excavating and Concrete, City View Towing, Transport, and Auto Repair, 324-7400. Thanks, Brian Butler, Mike Hess, and the rest of the crew up there at Butler Excavating and City View Towing. MysticMedia.com, your small business digital success partner, web development, search optimization, blog content, and so much more. Log on to Mystic Media. Mystic Media. Thanks, Jim Moore. Simmons and Rockwell Ford, Simmons and Rockwell Nissan, right across the street from each other. Make car buying simple when you drive your deal. One of these two great locations, Simmons and Rockwell. Just a reminder, it is senior night on Monday night as the Hornell Red Raider baseball team welcomes in Leroy. We'll be bringing that game live to you at 4:30. The girls also played Leroy here. I'm not sure if it's senior night here at all, but it might be. I'm not sure if it's their last home game or not without having the schedule in front of me again. Leroy, 4:30 on Monday. This is Maple City Park. Again, the Raiders 7-8 coming in here. York 5-8. There's a strike. This is Lila Dyring, 8th grader. One and one. Dyring being patient here. So Dyrene walks. Top of the order up now. Parker Graham. Graham 1-1. Graham a bouncer. Force out at first. Dyrene goes to second. Ireland Harrison. Graham down to second, so Harrison. This is it, bottom of the seventh. Hornell down to their last two batters here, and Harrison being one of them. Said she went around. Harrison steps out. Had a little discussion with the umpires to see if she really did swing. It was hard to tell on that. There's a strike, so Harrison's got to be careful here. Anything close, she's got to take a chop at it. Well, she doesn't want to chop it, but she wants to hit it. Swing at it. Level swing. That one's high. Good eye. 2-2. And Harrison goes down. Nice pitch. Holland. That was probably going to be either, I'm not sure what the call would have been there. Jordan Dyrene. Dyrene swings through it. That's foul, so Hornell down to their last strike. That one's high. That one's low. 2-2. And everyone's going to be safe. one scores. 5-4 with 2 outs. Reagan Evingham takes a high. Foul. No, it's not going to be. Ball does go foul. Okay, I didn't think it was going to be foul there. I thought it was going to foul and then not foul. So down to their last strike, Hornell is. This one's misdirected. Is going to be enough time? It is. So that does it. That's your final. 5-4. Hornell with a decent comeback, just not enough. I want to thank all our advertisers. I want to thank Rich Scavo for taking over for me for a little bit there. And we'll see you Monday for senior night from Hornell High School. The Hornell baseball comes to town. Or, sorry, Leroy comes to town to take on Hornell. Game 4:30. Probably, I think for like 4:15 or so they'll do the introductions of seniors. Might even be before that. I'll let you know. So I want to thank everybody again. Thanks to Rich Scavo, and we'll see you Monday. Again, final score 5-4. Have a good night, everybody.
Costs are rising, and the Ryan agencies are taking action. We trim the cost of your insurance with cutting-edge ideas. Want money back in your pocket? A quick call can result in savings without sacrificing coverage. The Ryan Agencies, your local insurance inflation fighters.
Insurance protection you can rely on. The Ryan Agency.
When it comes to workers' comp, things can change quickly.
The only way to make sure your rights are protected is to have a trusted, committed attorney on your side.
An attorney who has devoted their career to helping injured workers.
Someone to fight for the money and medical benefits you deserve.
The only person on your side
is the attorney at your side.
Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys.
Traditional checking accounts are old news. So what are you waiting for? Reach new heights with Apex Rewards checking from First Heritage Federal Credit Union. Apex gives you the option to choose between cash back or high interest with a free checking account that pays you. Plus, ATM fees get refunded. Choose your rewards at fhfcu.org and get one step closer to achieving your financial goals.
Shop, finance, and buy your next car all online With a new shopping experience at your fingertips, make car buying simple when you drive your deal at Simmons Rockwell Nissan in Horseheads and Hornell.
Hi, I'm Laura Dagan-Pico, and along with my father, Jim Dagan, operate the Dagan Funeral Home here in Hornell.
The Dagan Funeral Home is a large, spacious, handicap-accessible facility with a seating capacity of 150 people, along with a separate family room for entertaining children. We also offer DVD memorial tributes, which continually show photographs and movies of your loved one's life on 2 beautiful flat-screen TVs.
The Dagan Funeral Home, 5 generations of the Dagan family serving your family.
What if you could feel in control of your retirement in just a few clicks? At aceyourretirement.org, you can. Start with a free 3-minute chat with Avo, your friendly digital retirement coach. Just answer some simple questions like, how do you feel about your ability to save for retirement? Or, in how many years do you want to retire? To get free action items customized just for you. Get your retirement back on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Concerned about the cost of your insurance? The Ryan agencies sift through quotes from many companies to uncover your best insurance value. You'd be surprised at the savings we can find. Let's just talk. What's there to lose? The Ryan agencies, your local insurance inflation fighters.
Insurance protection you can rely on. The Ryan Agency.
Chapter in local health.
In doing the work you do, if you're hurt, we'll help you through.
Don't be fooled. Video hearings are as critical as appearing in person.
Make sure your rights are protected.
Your employer has trained specialists on their side.
And the judges work for New York State.
The only person on your side
is the attorney at your side.
Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys.
My mother was always very familiar with her